technicals. We haven't done this in a while, I think in the past 2 weeks due to some personal problems. But we're back. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate the growth that I've been seeing on the YouTube channel, the feedback on people who have passed their funded accounts and people who have made withdrawals from the setups that are shared on the daily live trading streams. I really appreciate that. So coming back to the market, you probably, if you are in the market and you've been making a hell of a lot of losses, or you're finding it hard to make sense of the market, well, I'd say do not be too hard on yourself. It's not just you. We are in a season where a lot of central banks or countries are deciding whether to increase or decrease interest rates, and at the same time looking into inflation and stuff like that. Personally, I haven't been doing well. I think last month I was down 3% overall my account. Funny thing is I'm up 8. It's only the second day or third day of this new month, but yeah. This is still going to continue because after the interest rate decisions, they're going to be followed by the earnings seasons, where companies are sharing their statements on how they did this year, and that's going to shake the market as well. So I think maybe we're going to see some stability towards February, March 2024. But that doesn't mean we won't trade. We will try to take a little bit. And yesterday I made a silly mistake of not taking my profits early, and I ended up losing 30% of that. But that's part of the game. As long as you are positive, that's the best thing that you can ask for. So yeah, we're going to dive into the market. As usual, we're going to start with the fundamentals to see what is due this week. If we look at the red folders, yesterday we had the ISM manufacturing PMI. Today, being a Tuesday, 3rd of October, we already had the cash rate. And from Australia, they decided to keep the interest rates the same. The States did the same the previous week, right? We have another interest rate decision coming tomorrow from New Zealand. It's expected to be kept the same as well as the previous value. Going down to the last day of the week and first Friday of the month, we're gonna have the non-farm payroll as one of the most traded news events in the forex trading space, which I don't trade personally. So yeah, when you're trading a New Zealand dollar, Australian dollar, US dollar, be careful this week. It's 8:30. We had the CPI from the Swiss. It was a negative. So if you're trading the Swiss franc, expect to sell the Swiss franc. Right. So let's look at the dollar index from a daily time frame perspective. What do we have? Maybe let me go to full screen mode. So the dollar has been just pushing for the whole September, pushing to the upside. And by the look of things, it looks like we're going to have 108 tested up there. So ours is to wait and see what happens. So it might be tested and the price going all the way to the areas of 112, or price reversing all the way back to probably $100. So we will see, but it's highly likely that we will go above 110 and test these areas of supply that were not mitigated. Anywhere else, we're gonna have a look at gold. Gold has been tricky. Actually, it's been following the trend of the US dollar. You know, it's negatively correlated, or there's some analysis here. So if I step down to a 4-hour, but as you can see, this is my major low and that's my major high, and there's a demand area here. This also looks like liquidity, which could be confusing. But I'm going to stick to this level, 1815, to see if we can have a change to the upside. And let's look at the 4-hour time frame. Now, this is just a brief overall breakdown of the market just to see what can potentially happen, or if we have potential opportunities. If there is the demand level, I think we've just tapped into it. Yeah, we just tapped into it. A nice reaction there. Let's go to a 15-minute time frame and see if where can we look for potential entries here. Personally, this being the lower low, lower high, this being the last lower high, I would say let's wait for price to trade about above 1825. Then we can start looking for buying opportunities. I think I'll be happy if price can do something like this, maybe then target this unmitigated area of 1870, 1875. What do we have next? Let's check, start everything on a daily time frame. We have the dollar, US dollar against the Canadian dollar. Been following this for quite some time. As you know, it's on my watch list. I think we're gonna get a proper SMC analysis from this one. Sorry. So we had that high, we have this lower low, right? And we have this lower high over there. And we also have this lower low here. So this means we're looking for selling opportunities within these areas, right? I hope this is educational enough for you as well, for those that have been wanting to know how I go about with my smart money concept analysis. So we had that breakout structure there. So it's a major structure. Sorry, it's not an Asian range. Breakout structure, right? And we have a point of liquidity here, actually multiple points of liquidity, which was taken out. Get a template for the liquidity. And then we have this area of supply here, which was not mitigated. Oh, seems like we just mitigated that now. Possible entry opportunity. So we also have this imbalance here. Small as it is, it counts as well. So from here, we'll be anticipating to see this market push further to the downside. And I think we need to find the last higher low to break before we can commit to the downside. So I think if we break this last higher low at this last higher low at what's this price, 1.36900. So if we break below this, we'll be looking for more selling opportunities to the downside, because clearly we got a nice reaction, probably clear on those higher time frames, right? And let's look at the next one, starting on a daily, of course. Oh, with this one, Euro British pound, it's already been analyzed. All right, I'm gonna start from the top. Also here we're looking for selling opportunities because this looks like a very structure, even though to a lot of people it can look like a ranging market. It actually is, right? So stepping down to a 4 time frame to see what opportunities am I looking for after having that reaction to this area of supply here, 0.870. See clear rejections on the upside and some liquidity sweep, market push to the downside, changing character over here. We have a point of liquidity around this area, and we have some imbalance over there, lots of imbalance here, which has been covered. And this is the order block that was responsible for the change of character. So what we are anticipating now is for price to come back to 0.86900 and then drop down all the way to 0.8500. So it's a nice risk reward ratio trade, 1:10. Well, I don't think you would want to miss this one. And then we have the pound against the US dollar. This one I've been bleeding on this one because I had a buy entry here, but because I'm swinging this one, my stop loss is quite huge. So I'm still in the trade, alhamdulillah. Right. with this one again, I'm still seeing bullish movements, as you can see. Impulse, correction, impulse. There's a corrective move. We need to see another impulsive move to the upside. So we had this big area of supply here, which wasn't mitigated. We last visited this area. When was it? March. Yeah, first few days of March 2023, earlier this year. So tapping into that area again. And yeah, there's a possibility of the market pushing all the way up to 1.26. We'll see. Let's step down to a 4-hour time frame to see or refine our order blocks as well. So yeah, this demand level is here. So we have just a nice reaction to that. Once again, you might have been in this trade. Maybe you might have been buying here and making losses. It's not just you, my guy. The markets have been moving crazy these days. Let's see if we can have a last lower high on a 15-minute time frame. Say this one. This is the last significant one, right? So if the market is able to trade above this, I'll be more than happy as well, because my position is somewhere around here. We can take more buys. As far as targets are concerned, I like to look at 4-hour targets. So yeah, if you buy here, I think you can target this area here or this one. So you can target this high here, a sweep of this liquidity. Right. Someone might say that's a high time frame change of character. All right. We still don't have clear ones here. However, if you want to keep in to be in sync with the markets, join us for our daily live trading session. We also have a free group. Link is in the description. So just click that link. We're going to share a lot of these things with you. I don't know what's going on with my. Okay, there we go. And this one, I'm in a trade here. Took this one a couple of days ago, and it's been running nicely. It's an originally 1:15 trade setup, but as of now I am running at around the 1:7, 1:8, which is pretty sweet. So I'm just gonna wait for the market to play out to the T. If not, my stop losses are already, I've locked in, I think 2R on this setup, so we're good. Stepping down to the next one. We have a surprise surprise pair here, US30. I don't trade this every day as what normal people would do. I try to swing this one, but from this, if you're a smart money concept trader, you can tell we have a demand area here, and we have an unmitigated area of supply there. So this makes it easy because you know where you're trading, and you also know what's the objective now. So right now the objective is to mitigate here and then push further to the upside. So with that said, market has been pushing. Let's step down to a 4-hour time frame to see structure at a much better view. So we have that area of supply which wasn't mitigated. I'd like to believe we're still coming back to it. Then we have a break of structure down here. So this is not the detailed SMC analysis, by the way. Just giving you an overview of the market this week. You might consider this as a liquidity sweep, but it looks like a solid break of structure to me. And once again, we have that unmitigated area of supply that we can tap into. So when you have a situation like this, normally what I was taught is focus on the highest one, which is this one, which is gonna make this area a potential liquidity sweep area, right? So there's liquidity there. So what we can anticipate is a further push up, and we can sell from 3,400 to the downside. As far as risk reward ratio is concerned, I think yeah, not bad. 1:7, not bad. Yeah, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, see you on the next one. I appreciate. Once again, you want more of my services, my time, and access to the free group, or to open a trading account. Links are in the description below. Cheers.